So yeah, so here's a video of my crash landing short of the landing zone. Couldn't quite make it. Conditions were really challenging that day, and my attitude was not really matching the conditions, I don't think either. So last day, the last day is always the craziest, and this was my third flight of the day. I was figuring I was going to get one more in, but I did not. So not too bad on launch. A little bit tricky, but it was mostly just the wind coming up and down, and nothing really too serious. People are taking their time. I reversed up. I'd kited a little bit beforehand, and then doodled around here. You can see me going down the launch. Kind of shows my general state of mind at the time, which was maybe a little too relaxed. As I said, it was my third flight today. The thermals were pokey and punchy, but really short, like narrow, like little pencils. That's my feeling, that like pencils poking you up and then letting you off and poking you up. So the idea, I guess generally after I found out, but my idea was just to fly through them like a lift band, and it worked. It got me up, as you can see. Excuse this Avery track here. It's totally, the altitude is totally messed up, probably because I turned it on mid-flight. I'm not really sure what happened there, but you can sort of see how the lift is not really that great here. So anyways, after some time, I notice I'm not doing that really great, and start scratching around in other places, and I found a nice little lift area of lift here, but it was again really pokey in that, and I mean, I was gaining some, but it was pretty not that good. And I mean, like most of the other people that was flying that day are really very experienced, have many hours, whereas me, I don't. So I was having a lot of difficulty with it. Conditions were rough. You can't tell it from the GoPro video, but it was pretty bouncy and pretty punchy. I didn't mind it; didn't bother me. But the only thing I didn't like was that, I just couldn't seem to hang on to thermals. Like I was just going in and out of them, and I was losing as much as I was gaining, it seemed. And some people were managing to get up higher, and I wasn't. Where it was before, and I just keep on trying. So anyway, so I came out after after about a half an hour. I thought, I've had enough of this trying to poke through these little things. So I'll head out towards the landing zone, and if if I find something over there, good. And unfortunately, at that point, I thought, I got lots of glide, lots of height, but I hadn't taken into consideration that all those little thermals were probably going to all add together at the ground level and have huge sink, and that was what the case was. There was a lot of sink. You can sort of see it right here. And you never want to think that you're not going to make it to the field that you're aiming for, but this is where I should have probably, as soon I started to think about that I wasn't going to make it, and this is probably where I should have actually, landed. I mean, there's fields all over the place right here. You can land, and I should have, but I'd kind of become a little complacent, and did not expect that sudden last bit of sink to push me down like that much. So you know, Parallax told me with the power lines shortly here that there was no freaking way. So I did a really hard turn at the last second and went into a totally unplanned field. Yeah, it was pretty rough on the body coming around, and I wasn't completely out of my harness. In fact, I think I started to get out of it, and then I just really kind of just wanted to not hit things, and I slowed down very quickly. But in doing so, I put my hand back and, you know, in the flare position, and there was a gopher hole, and my hand went into the gopher hole, and it was just enough to like twist my arm. And you can't even tell in the video here, like it really looks pretty, you know, calm, but it wasn't. It was actually quite violent, and right away it hurt. I knew that I'd hurt something, so yeah, lesson learned. Now here's some footage of that Gina was there. She happened to be videoing me coming in. This was pretty much the only video I think she got of me coming in. There might have been one earlier. I haven't checked them all, but luckily, it happened to be the one. And you can see here how low I am. I'm way too low. And then the sudden violent turn. It's you know, really super noticeable. So yeah, it was not my best flight, that's for sure. Anyways, thought I'd post it. I'm gonna post some of the good flights, some of the epic and fun stuff that I did this summer, and the dealings with the smoke from the wildfires and such. So those videos are coming. All right, thanks for watching. Bye bye.